Hi, this lab you will have to do in class. If you miss the lab, you're going to have to schedule a time with your teacher either during B time, before school, or after school. You can't do this at home because you don't have the equipment. Now, let's talk about the lab. What you're going to do is this is called waves in space. Astronauts, if they were to stand on a scale, don't weigh anything. You can't get their weight. So how do doctors, wanting to make sure that the astronauts are healthy in space, take their mass? Well, they use an instrument very similar to this. What the astronaut's going to do is they're going to sit in a seat, and then they're going to have them go back and forth with the machine. Now again, the astronaut's going to be a much bigger machine, but based off of the different masses, they can determine the mass and based off the mass and the frequency. So what you're going to do is you're going to first get some data. You're going to put large masses in here, and notice how it's moving much slower. Again, get the frequency, the back and forth motion. Then you're going to get another mass, slightly less. Again, getting the frequency. Go all the way down until about 100 grams. Don't go lighter. If you try to do, 50 grams, it's just, there's a lot of slop in it and you won't get really usable data. So once you get a sizable amount of data, what you're going to then do is you're going to grab our astronauts. It's a collection of nuts. And this is what you're going to do, is you're going to use and graph that data that you collected, put it on a graph. Once you get that graph, it's going to be a nice linear line. From there, you will then figure out what the frequency is of the astronaut. Based off of the frequency, you can then figure out where it fits on that line and look at the mass and figure out how much does this weigh without using a scale. If you have any further questions, go ahead and ask your teacher.